Hello to all the televiewers of Business Matters, the only business TV talk show created for the Artesia Chamber of Commerce in cooperation with Radio TV Artesia. You know that it is hard to be a nurse or in the medical field. They say it's toxic, it's very stressful, and a lot of pressure. But our next guest is not only a nurse practitioner, but he also manages to put up his own business. So if you are an RN, CNA, or LVN, or even a caregiver, please listen and watch closely. So let's all welcome our guest for today, Natividad, the owner, president, and CEO of AMP Staffing Network. Hello, Lee.
Hello there.
Finally, I want to shake your hand, but
sure.
It's actually sweaty right now.
No problem.
So
no problem.
It's good to have you.
Thank you.
Yeah. So we want to know more. Like, what does AMP stand for?
So AMP stands for Advanced Medical Professionals on Demand. Basically, we send nurses or caregivers anywhere to a facility or a private home where there's a need. Right now, there's a major shortage of healthcare professionals, especially in the RN, LVN, CNA, and now even for caregivers. There's a massive shortage. So what we do is when a client or a hospital calls us, we provide that nurse.
Okay.
So we provide specific nurses, for example, emergency room nurses, ICU nurses, telemetry. There's many units that we cover. And the problem is that a lot of people who are nurses, they work full time. Sometimes they have to take a leave of absence. They get sick, they retire, they get pregnant sometimes, and they need a leave. And they need a temporary solution for their staffing. And that's where I come into play. So I solve a very common problem, which is the nursing shortage.
Very good. So before we go any further, I'd like to know, there are some people or businessmen who put up a business because, one, it's their passion, or two, or because they see the demand in the market. In your case, which one is it?
In my case, I guess because I wanted to start my own business. I mean, ever since I was, a teenager or in my adolescence, I always wanted to be free, and I wanted to be sort of quote unquote in control of my destiny, as you could say. So I went through several degrees, business degree, nursing degree, law degree, and I found that nursing, and it's funny because I get it from my mom. And my mom worked registry, and she told me there's always a shortage of nursing. So I was trying to put my nursing degree and my business degree, I'm trying to combine that to make a synergistic relationship with the two degrees. And then I decided to open up a nursing registry.
And then how do you handle the pressure, the stress, because you're also working as a nurse?
It's very challenging, but you just have to have good time management and choose the best route for the ROI, which is the return on investment. If I spend my time here in the hospital, or if I spend my time here at the company, or if I spend my time wherever I go, what would give me the best return on investment? So that's how I try to dibble-dabble to see which one takes priority. Right now, it's obviously my business. I mean, the business of nursing, or the business side of nursing in terms of the staffing, again, a shortage. Hospitals are constantly calling, and you would have to match that nurse to the right hospital and vice versa. Because now nurses have what we call a choice, a better choice now. They could decide when they want to work now. They have bargaining power, is what I wanted to say. They have bargaining power, meaning that they don't have to work. Nurses are wanted everywhere. Nurses could choose any assignment they want. They could work day, they could work night, they could work in ER, they could work in ICU, they could work wherever they want to work. And that's the beauty of the nursing career.
So how old is AMP Staffing Network now?
AMP Staffing has been in business now for 18 years.
18 years?
Yeah, and we weren't called AMP Staffing before. We were called Golden Care Medical Registry. So the company has evolved in many ways.
Yeah. 18 years, it's not easy to be you know, running a business
Right.
for first 5 or 7 years, but yours is 18 years.
Yeah.
And I wish I could do that too. Mine is a baby.
Yeah, and I never thought I would do it this long, honestly. I mean, I never.
For it to survive that long,
Yeah.
I mean, that's so admirable. And I remember, you know what, when I first migrated here in the U.S., because I'm not into medical field, they said that the demand here in the U.S. for nurses are really big, are really high.
Yes.
So they are encouraging me to take up nursing. But because my mind and my heart is not into it, I didn't push through because I know that we have different passions.
Right.
And I really admire you for having that passion because it's not easy.
It's
If
not.
it was
It's
easy, I could have also done that. But
Right.
anyway, if it's really so inspiring to hear the 18 years, right? Especially for other businessmen
Yes.
running a business. Some don't even last for a year or, you know, a year or two. But have you encountered like challenges in your business? If there are some challenges, could you also share it with us?
Well, the challenges is twofold. There's the financial challenge and there's the human resource challenge. So let me talk about the financial challenge. Financial challenge, obviously you need money to make money, right? But in terms of a nursing registry, you need a lot of cash flow to pay these nurses because the nurses want to get paid quickly, and that's why they choose registry. When you choose to work as a registry or in a registry, you don't have to wait every 2 weeks to get payment or your salary. You could get your payment every day, once a week, twice a week, 3 times a week, whatever, how you like your pay. And that's why a lot of nurses are gravitating to registry. You even get to control your pay. So I tell nurses, why wait every 2 weeks? Don't you want your money? You know, you work for it, right? So if you work last night, don't you want to get paid in the morning? Of course, right? Yeah. So that's financial way in terms of a challenge. You always have to have cash on hand. If you don't have good cash flow, you're going to be dead in the water. Second challenge is the right people. I always tell my colleagues, a business is like a puzzle. If you don't have the right pieces, you cannot create that picture. So for me to create a big picture, and again, you know, lasting for so long, I had many pieces of the puzzle. I had many pieces that I had to try to fit, try to move around to make that picture. And it's very challenging because, you know, good people, they come and go. Bad people, they also come and go. So you have to really focus on which works for your company, because this particular person might work for my company, but it might not work for the next registry. You know what I mean? So it's really the culture and how you create your company and how you run your company where these pieces will fit to make that perfect picture.
Yeah, I got it. Wow. And I recently heard that you've been receiving awards and recognitions. Could you also share it with us?
I just received the City of Cerritos, the Business Spotlight for month of April. And how I got it is, you know, Scott Smith, you know, the Cerritos Chamber. I'm a very good guy. Yes, very good guy. He called me up and he said, hey, you know, Lee, we decided to choose you, and I was wondering if you could be the spotlight for City of Cerritos. I'm like, wow. I go, out of all the businesses in Cerritos, I mean, Cerritos is business involved, business heavy, and I was thinking, wow, you know, what a blessing. I mean, I thank God for this, that out of all the businesses, they called me to be the spotlight. I mean, any restaurant or retail store or any, you know, that could be the business spotlight, but they chose A&P Staffing, I guess, because we, you know, gave back.
Did they only choose one for that month?
Yeah, only one per month. I guess because, you know, we invested in Cerritos. I'm from Cerritos. So, you know, I went to, you know, Whitney High School, and my parents lived here since 1978. So, you know, we're Cerritos, if you could say natives, if you don't mind me saying that. We really invested our time and energy into the city. And also, the City of Cerritos have really helped us in growing. I mean, they're a good resource. Mark Polito, who's the former mayor, and other colleagues in in Chef Cerritos has really helped us grow.
Yes. I remember like few years back when it was, I think a mix or a luncheon or from another chamber event at the Cerritos Library. You were one of the panelists.
Oh,
Remember
yes,
that?
yes,
That
yes,
was the first
yes,
time I
yes.
ever saw you
Yes.
speaking in front of the people.
Yes.
And that was so inspiring.
Right.
Because I think I was just starting with my business
Ah,
before, and I said, oh my gosh, what you have shared with us are really something, inspiring, and we have learned
Right.
from what you have shared. I think you're the right person to ever share, because based on experience.
Yeah, that was a panel. I believe it was if I'm not mistaken, a Filipino American panel,
Yes,
right?
it is, yes.
About how to promote and how to inspire young entrepreneurs and people who want to start a business.
Yes.
And I guess I was on the panel because they wanted to say, like, Lee, how did you do it? How did you grow, and how did you maintain, and how did you grow your business? And yeah, it's all about perseverance.
Yes.
Perseverance. Also, big thanks to God up above. I mean, He guided me. With every business struggles.
Yes.
It's very easy to start a business. It's very challenging to maintain and grow that business. Yeah, and also it's very easy to close a business.
Yes.
So we're not, obviously, my goal is not trying to close. My goal is trying to grow. But there's so many challenges.
Grow and help more people, right?
It's just so many challenges with economics and the laws and taxes and all these issues that you have to deal with, especially in California.
Yes.
The tax is very heavily taxed in California.
Yes.
Yeah, but we have the best weather. So, go figure.
So two things before you will let go of you. What are the advice that you can give to those who are planning to apply or seek for your help in terms of job? And next is, what are the advice that you can give to those who are planning to put up their own business too? Maybe even not in the medical field, or probably same field.
Yeah. What I would advise is, number one, have a good understanding of the market. Have a very good understanding of what you're getting into. Know your competitors. Know who you're servicing. Know how to market to that specific market. Second thing, obviously, is financially. You have to be financially prepared for the down times in business, because you could save to a certain amount, but then you have all of a sudden a lawsuit, or you have a certain emergency that you have to deal with. And if you don't budget for these type of emergencies or legal issues or whatever you have, then that could put you out of business.
Yes.
So I always tell people, make sure you have the financial means to run the business, and make sure you have enough money to run for the next year without any income coming in. I think any smart business would do that, just to prepare for the downtime.
Probably mentally and spiritually prepared too, because of the
Absolutely.
stress. If you're not
Absolutely.
really prepared for that,
Yeah.
I mean, it's easy to be upset, disappointed, or
Yes.
to be down.
Yes,
Especially
yes.
when it's not running smoothly, right?
Yeah, yes, yeah. The stress, the stresses of business. I mean, I want to thank my wife. My wife is a 100% backer of me, and even when I fail, she's there to pick me up. My mother, my father, my brother,
Yes.
my immediate family as well. Family to me is very important.
Yes.
But at the same time, you don't have to be blood family to grow. I mean, there's a lot of entrepreneurs out there that are single,
Yes.
that have no family, and they've made it.
Yes.
So I think it's really who you relate to, who you relate to, and who you could turn to when there's a downtime. For me, the first individual is God up above.
Yes.
I mean, when you're all alone, who do you turn to? I mean, that's my spiritual view. Is to turn to God. But yeah, I mean, that's a lot.
And I think another thing is, if you know how to give back, you give back to those people that
Absolutely.
have been helping you when you
Yes.
were just starting,
Yes.
and then when you're successful. So I think it's very
Yes.
important.
Yeah.
to always
To reinvest in your own community as well. Like giving back, I would donate to my son's schools. ABC Unified School District in Cerritos. I would help support people politically if I have to. There's many ways as well to give back when you grow the business. I mean, and you should be. I mean, I think any successful business, you should be in business to give back to people.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean that's what's worthwhile. I mean, money and materialistic things, you can't take that. You can't take that when you go above or go below. You can't take that. So what you do now with your business and how you give back to the community or give back to people and help them, that's the really inspiration of being a business owner, I believe.
Or you can be successful if you're the only one who appreciates what you do.
Right, exactly.
And the others are like,
exactly,
what?
right.
So touching on lives of others, I think, is also
absolutely
a manifestation of how you do in the community.
Yes.
So you know what, we are learning so much from you, and we hope that you will come back next time if you have other news for us.
Absolutely.
But we have to let you go for now.
All right.
And I'm sure that our televiewers have learned so much, and you will see and hear more from us as we upload a video in different social media sites, YouTube, and also you can watch this on RTA's local channel 36 if you have a cable, and through the website of RTA, Artesia Chamber of Commerce, and Business Matters YouTube channel, and Facebook too. See, there's a lot where they can find
many avenues.
Oh, by the way, so where can they contact you?
Okay, so they could go through our website, which is www.callamp.com. That's CALLAMP.com. Yes. And then you could contact us at our phone number at 562-865-3807. And we have staff 24 hours, 7 days a week. You won't get a computer, you won't get a recording. You'll get a live staff. We're just like the hospital. We never close.
Okay.
Never.
Wow, that's a good thing to know. Thank you so much, and may God bless you. And
thank you.
May you celebrate more anniversaries for your business.
Thank you very
18
much.
plus probably 50 more.
I hope so.
Thank you so
thank
much.
You.
Lee.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.
Putting up your own business is not a joke. You have to have courage, passion, and you have to love what you do. Again, thank you so much to all the televiewers who kept us company for today. And I want to say thank you to the staff and crew of Radio TV Artesia. And also, thank you so much for the support of the Artesia Chamber of Commerce. And so, we'll see you again soon. Thank you so much. May God bless you.